And this is a very good initiative. I would say that it's like I'm looking forward to be a part of it. And one last thing is that we as teachers and practitioners, and as myself as a head, I am on many forums, online forums. As Ms. Anila just said, that are we going to have some platform and online platform also, and Ms. Supri just said that they've already started at Moro. So that's another way of bringing people. Like as a head, I've posted many of my problems on that forum, and many heads from all over the world. And school heads from India, school heads from Malaysia, school heads from UK, they were answering to my problem. And I had so many solutions without, I've just highlighted this phrase which you have written, an environment of high challenge and low fear. So we can have that only if we have a platform where nobody will be criticizing each other, where everybody will be a learner and we all will learn. And as I would like to quote Ms. Gori again, that learning never ends, and we cannot measure it all the time. It's going on. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes. Sorry, can I just ask? Thank you for those points. Just a quick question, actually. So there's this online forum. I think it would be very important, and again, you're in control of this, but I think it's very important that you create a platform where you can ask questions which parents, teachers and students won't see the questions, because otherwise you're going to feel hang on, the fear bit I think is going to be there. So that's one thing, and I hope that you establish an environment for that. The other thing is, do you have a coaching and mentoring model in place? You do. Can you tell me a little bit about that, please?
I have one program. This is mentoring and monitoring program. I call it M&M. I've shared it with Ms. Eva as well. Since last 3 years, I'm just running this program in my campus. What I do is the teacher is not up to the mark or finding some difficulties in teaching. So I just officially call her in my office and I tell her usually that congratulations, you have been selected for this M&M program. Then, yes, definitely. This is a proper ceremony for that in my office. And then, because they should feel motivated that they are mentored and they are now monitored as well. Then I have a performer, I have just designed it. On a weekly basis, I'm meeting her, and first I ask her to write her point of views after any class observation or after any interaction. Then I write her, and this M&M program is of 3 months for the selected teacher. And after 3 months, I share the objectives initially with her, and after 3 months, if she's able to cope up with this M&M, then she's all in with us. Thank you.
So there's an example of obviously one happening within the school. I'm interested as well across the network. There are some very experienced heads in this room. There are probably some more junior heads as well. Do you have a formal program by which senior heads help coach and mentor more junior heads?
Let me say this because I'm representing Professional Development Department. So TCS is offering a spectrum of training model. So it's not just guided learning, but we do follow up, we do support the newly qualified teachers and not qualified teachers or the new teachers with the support of mentors and coaches from within the system. Like experienced colleagues, they come to play their role. They help them in understanding different practices. They help them in reflecting upon their own teaching and learning, and they guide them with the best practices now. So this is what we are offering already. And recently we have started another program which is even more structured in terms of mentoring and coaching process. We call this Established Proficiency Development Program. We identified mentors out of our own teachers, the experienced one, and now they are going to help and support the teachers who were facing some difficulties in classroom language sort of things. So it's happening along with the training model. We have coaching and mentoring model in place. Yeah.
Can I others' point of view? The thing is, whenever we are talking about mentoring and monitoring, the thing is the most important thing is feed forward.
Yes.
If we are not giving them constructive feedback, if we are not giving them feed forward, it will be useless. For example, I am in the system since last so many years. I met my Gulshan's academic coordinator, Ms. Anita Bashir. So she started coming to our school, and then when she started giving the feedback to the teachers, if I started praising her, and on every platform I think I just praise her. Why? Because whenever she's talking to the teacher, she always gives feed forward, which I personally believe that it's already M&M, and it does not take much time. You have to show them the way, rather than only telling them what they are missing. Thank you so much.
Okay. But I also wanted to know whether you're supporting each other. So, you do that informally.
Other than that, we have professional learning and development courses, which are the leadership and management course, PGDC and PGCC, where the teachers are supposed to write down a research paper or kind of an assignment. It's not a thesis, but then again some theoretical framework which is implemented in a classroom, either in a school, which becomes an integral part of the school development plan. So the head teacher and that teacher sits together and incorporate that plan into the whole school improvement plan.
The mergers of branches itself, sir, is one example where, like, suppose I am, since like for last 5 years I've been heading between schools, but I am in a merged campus now. So when I sit with my vice principal, Ms. Arshi, at times I think, oh, I did not know that, oh, I'm learning. So you see, this is another way of community learning. And what you were saying that we should share our best practices. I once went to my child's school. He's also in city school. I went to Ms. Fatma Harris's school where she was practicing something very good, giving tokens on good things to the students. And when I went to her as a parent, I thanked her and she gave me one token. You can use it in your school. So that was one good practice she shared with me.
Brilliant.
Can I add here?
Yes, sure.
I was just talking about, but we're talking about teachers and head teachers helping each other and guiding each other during trainings and modules like that. Start recently with students modeling, and there are some children in my school who are experts at Scrabble and chess. And once a session was going on today in my school where they had invited experts of Karachi, the one who has been a position holder. And these are two children who are manning that program. Early in the morning by 7:30, quarter to 8, children come in. And you should see they are all nearly a full house in the library. And they're doing one as Scrabble and one as chess. And the mentors are their friends who are limb breakers. So one step beyond, today we had a session and a workshop there.
It's very encouraging.
Wonderful. So, one more.
We were talking about like sharing best practices. So I have also started working. I also shared with Ms. Eva in the vacation, so we were not completed. I have asked my teachers to focus on the students whom they have already worked upon and writing case studies. And then we'll be talking to the students, the parents, and then we'll be sharing with among the other schools the success stories where the teachers have worked and brought some changes. And one thing I would like to request is every year we have training, summer trainings, PGCC, EYE. We have the same research area, it's a short scale one. So we need to have a booklet or we need to publish them, print them, and we need to share the findings. So we should look for some other areas where we can work if we have those findings available.
Thank you so much. We're also doing school adoption plans. The schools that are struggling or have teachers that need a lot of help, require a lot of help in teaching and learning strategies, where we find that students are struggling as well, more in the classroom. So we as coordinators, we also take the teachers who we feel that are very good at cascading what they're doing in the class, and then they can give better peer help. So we either send those teachers to go and observe the other teachers, as well as we go and station ourselves there for about 2 weeks, to go and help that school out. So it's like a school adoption plan.
Wonderful.
Very good.
So it's just the beginning of something very interesting, and we were able to collect approximately 30 different ideas from this group. That's really brilliant. So see the power of collaboration, power of dialogue, power of sharing ideas. How many good things we have been doing, we don't know. So this is one good benefit of learning communities. I have one question for
Afzal, I think
Shreya.
you should talk about the Facebook Learning.
Absolutely.
The news where everyone is sharing their achievements or anything new
Absolutely.
happening.
Facebook pages
Facebook pages.
also serving this purpose. Cambridge is also promoting learning communities. How we can take benefit from their experience, what are their thoughts about it, and how successful they are in offering PLCs that we have recently experienced. What are your thoughts about it?
Do you want to answer this one?
Yeah.
While my colleague Talinda is coming to the stage, I'll just say a couple of things. I think the key thing, what we're doing is we have a framework that we have established in order to support embedded and sustained professional development in schools, and we use that framework around which to establish our professional learning communities. I'm going to invite Talinda to sort of say more about that because she's been established here in Pakistan and has a tremendous amount of experience in that area. So Talinda.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum everyone. So we are actually, interestingly, we've had in the morning a session here at PAF chapter where we invited a community of program leaders who teach our Cambridge PDQs. Have some of you heard about the Cambridge PDQs? So City School has newly come on board. So this is a group of trainers who are doing trainings in different schools across Pakistan, and we have these quarterly meetings with them. We started it last year. And we hold these meetings where we bring them together to talk about their experiences, share best practices across schools. So it was challenging. You were talking about the challenges within the region that you may face because of each school has its own unique characteristics and character. But what we have faced in Pakistan is that it was difficult to set up the community, but once you get people interact with each other and help each other out and share practices, then it seems to be very, very promising. Now we've had instances where schools have opted to help each other out, work with each other on different things, offer and lend expertise about various areas. So it's going very, very well for us, and we're hoping to continue with them. And also, Shahid has begun, the schools community across different schools in Karachi as well, so we are doing this. So there are these two big initiatives that we have taken. One is the PS Circle that we call, the Program Leaders Community, and the other is for all school heads to come together, the Cambridge Schools Community. And I'm sure all of you will be, or either have attended it or will attend in a few days. So thanks for this.
Sure, sure.
So one of the things I mentioned, or a word I used earlier, was glue. What binds you together. Now you have this wonderful opportunity because you are part of one school network. So you don't have to worry about those naughty teachers from Beacon House or those naughty teachers from the Wolverhampton School, wherever they come from. You're in the same family of schools, and that's wonderful. So you can leverage those benefits really, really easily, can't you? You're already colleagues. You're already colleagues, and therefore the things that you were talking about earlier in terms of best practices or good things that work, have been successful for you in your school, you can very readily share. You're very able to share because, of course, you're just sharing with your brothers and your sisters. And this is really important, I feel. The glue is there for you. The city school network is there for you. It's already established. And it's just a question of you sort of almost sticking yourself to it so that you can then sort of be more connected. So I'm really pleased actually about this particular initiative. I'm really pleased that you're actually sort of taking this on board, already doing some wonderful things from what you're saying. And just want to encourage you further. So thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the fact that you've come all this way, on a sort of, was it Tuesday afternoon now, and, at the end of the school day, a long school day, and given me your time and your attention.